Morning everyone. It's Tuesday morning, which can only mean one thing. Welcome back to Sense for Thought. I'm Mo, and it's another weekly rotation. Let's see how this week goes. Just a quick catch up. It's Tuesday morning, not Monday morning, because obviously I was working Monday night, Sunday night into Monday morning, and I just went home. Just fell asleep really with the Burlington 1819 still on. So, what did Burlington do? Quick catch up on Burlington. I did not spray timber or interlude or any of that actually. Because simply Burlington kept on going. I did spray the hell out of it. If you did not catch that, look in episode 4 right at the end. I sprayed a ton of Burlington, and to be honest with you, it lasted a long time, like a good 8 hours, especially the ones on clothes. They really stayed. And at that point I was so tired. It must have been like 5 a.m. when Burlington kind of stopped, and I was just like, I just don't have the energy to go and spray something else on. I don't really care anymore. I just want to lay here and count the hours till I'm a free man. So that's exactly what I did. Now, it's obviously, so that's why there's no Monday. This one will be a quick and short rotation. Tuesday morning, good morning. I'm at home. Obviously, legally, I can't work today. I have to have a rest day after night shifts. So it's a beautiful morning. I just slept as long as possible. Not that long, to be honest, because I had to go another school visit. Last one, though, I believe, anyway. So thank God for that. And looked around. There's no coffee beans. I've run out of coffee beans, which you'll quickly realize I'm a caffeine addict first. Perfume addict comes a few lines later down. So I'm out here trying to get some coffee beans from the shop. Not ideal. They probably suck, but I can't get any fresh ones locally. I'd have to get them shipped. So let's go and do that and put on a scent of the day. Now, I'm off work, but I just want to feel like myself again. And for that, I'm going to go for a nice simple fougere. Going to be Creed Viking. I bought this uncapped bottle. It's not a tester, but it just came with no cap. And it's 2018 batch, so second year of production. And it's fantastic. It's got that salty ambergris thing. I haven't done an A to B comparison yet with the modern F batch, but I have a sample, an official sample. So when I get home, I'll spray some on my arms, equal amount, and see if there's any differences. Maybe I'll touch upon them tomorrow. Maybe I will upgrade them to a full vid if they're that interesting or exciting. But Creed Viking is a beautiful fougere with a salty, airy, ambergris kind of feel, and it's very spice heavy, and I love it. Came uncapped. I actually bought an empty bottle of what was it? Silver Mountain water, just to use as cap. So this cap still has that weird coconut thing, but at least my Creed now looks better on the shelf. Just ignore the fact that this is blue and not red. But it is what it is. Let's put some of this on and see how we get on. So, 1, 2. Wow, this sprays a ton. That's 4. Let's get one here off as well. Oh my God, I missed. There we go, that's better. It moves though. This atomizer, as good as it is, it does move. So, bit of Viking. Just want a nice chill day. It's a sunny day, like that airy feel. It's not really like, it's not like a marine kind of fougere. It's just a fougere, a spicy fougere at that. It smells like Old Spice, but just has that texture in the air. It feels like you're at the ocean, but it doesn't fully go into that salty mode. It's just a very ambergris thing. I don't know if it's real. I don't know if it's an accord. I'll compare it to the F batch, see how we get on. Today, just going to take it easy, chill out. And this is the perfect take it easy, chill out, but still makes you feel like you are something rather than nothing. So Creed Viking today, do a bit of comparison. Let's get on with the day, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Well. Viking yesterday was phenomenal. It's not going anywhere. It was sensational. I actually gave it a good 5 hours. I reapplied. Why not? I have the bottle with me, and it's that salty ambergris thing. It has that Creed aura from back in the day. You go to the Creed counter, smell the Creeds, and they've lost their soul, and it was all in that base for me. That's what I remember them by, all of them. But it was phenomenal. It's unique. It's not unique as a fougere. It's a modern fougere, and it's a spicy fougere, but the unique aspect is that airy, ambergris, salty thing. So it was fantastic. I actually filmed a review because I've known Viking since it came out, and I've put in some wares over the years, so it was time, now that I got the bottle, that's just what thing that pushed me to do the review and the vintage versus modern comparison. That'll be out shortly. Long story short, yeah, it is different, guys. The modern is good, but the vintage is actually great. And it's not that old, 2017, 2018, so there's still time to get a bottle for a good price, being same price as a new one, which I think is worth it. Now, it's Wednesday. Good morning. I'm in the car. I haven't driven yet because, I mean, look at this. I'm snowed in, frozen in, waiting for my car to defrost. And when it's like this, very cold, sub-zero, -1 this morning, I need something warm. And today I want something cozy, something strong, something that will keep with a bit of sweetness. I'm planning to go out today despite this weather, off work again until Friday, so I need to do a couple of bits and pieces around, more of the same really, shopping, post office, etc. Go to the recycling, take out some excess cardboard that I've amassed over the past few weeks. Anyway, when it's days like this, I always go for Nasomatto Baraonda. Baraonda is phenomenal. It's so, my wife hates it and she's leaving today. She's going to her work. And I'm at home with my daughter. So like, happy days. She can't really complain. She will still complain, but like, I know that if she's at home all day, we'll actually torture her and give her a headache, but she's not at home and that does not cause any headache problems with me. But I get it. It's synthetic. It's wonderful. Let's just spray this thing on, shall we? Baraonda, why not? 1, 2, 1 on the back too as well. 3. And then when the heating is on and your body warms up, like it is right now, this thing just absolutely nuclear, just completely just boiling off the skin, just going everywhere, steam. If I could visualize it, it would be like just a volcanic eruption of sweet, whiskey-like wood barrel smell, a bit of florals, and it smells phenomenal. I used to be scared of wearing this in case it smelled like an alcoholic, but to be honest with you guys, it doesn't, especially in the air. It smells more like a whiskey barrel. And the whiskey has seeped into the woods of the barrel, and the wood is kind of like soft because it's kind of started to break down. And then the cork is, you have that fermented smell. Oh, I did 3, but like, I'm sorry guys, I just can't. I need another one. But let's do a selfish one today. I'm feeling selfish. There is still Koyam here. I've like showered like 20 times since the Koyam day last week. It just doesn't leave. Scrubbed it so hard, I don't know what to do. I need like a skin graft, a skin transplant after Koyam, but it is what it is. Adding some more Gaultieri synthetic chemical is not going to help, but yes, sir. Yes, sir. Woof. Potent stuff. I can't breathe. I'm going to get out of here whilst I still can, in case I pass out. Catch up tomorrow. Right. Baraonda. How did that go? Well, Baraonda caused me some trouble yesterday. I misread my wife's schedule. I thought she was going to work. She wasn't. I sprayed a lot of Baraonda and she despises it. She thinks I smell like an alcoholic homeless person when I wear it, which is weird. I think she just has a negative association to the smells of alcohol and is just extra sensitive, or so I tell myself. So she hated it. She was like, get away from me. But I loved it. It was great. It was warm. It was soothing, it was woody, it was sweet, almost gourmand, but not really, you know what I mean? And I just loved it. It keeps you nice and cozy and warm. It has quite a decently thick scent bubble, which in the cold really helps cut through the cold. I was staying indoors all day, to be fair, so it wasn't really necessary in that sense, but it's just nice to wear Baraonda every now and then. That was terrible miscalculation on my part. And my daughter's got a bit of a cold from her nursery. She's staying at home yesterday. She stayed at home today as well. Now I'm starting to get it as well. But my sense of smell is still good. But I don't want to abuse my nose because I can feel I've got a bit of a cough and a weird voice, etc. So I want to just take it easy. And today I'm doing something I've been delaying for some time. So good morning. Welcome back. It is... lost count. What day is it? Thursday. It's Thursday morning, and today I'm sitting at home looking after my daughter because she's got a cold and I've starting to get it, and I want to feel like a dependable gentleman, father, and I always whip out a Guerlain for those days. And for me, it's going to be Guerlain Derby. This is the 2012 release from the Le Parisien collection. Got a bit dirty in the car there. Anyway, so this one, luckily I found a bottle. I got it sent to me from Paris by one of Rich Mitch's friends, Sandra B. Shout out to Sandra B. So I've got Derby and I want to wear it today. It's a nice leather chypre, very classy stuff. Maybe slightly overrated, we'll see. But the reason I'm wearing this today, not only because I want something that is not going to be too crazy offensive, just elegant, and will carry me through the day without abusing my nose, staying indoors. It's actually quite mild for start of December-ish, and it's 12 degrees C, so nice chill day inside. I'm not going anywhere. So I want to wear derby. Today I'm going to be doing something slightly different with derby, is that I'm going to be wearing it and wearing alongside it a vintage derby from the 80s. I think it's from the 80s. Rich sent me this bottle. He has a huge bottle, a splash bottle. I think he has multiples, and he sent me a sample. He's definitely like trying to sell me one for sure. I know it. And he's pretty confident that I'm going to love this and I'm going to get rid of this immediately. So the thing is, I've been delaying spraying this one because I haven't put much of a dent in this. I haven't had a chance to even enjoy this. You know, I've just got it in the summer and I haven't had the opportunity to really love it. And then he's going to give me one that's even better and I'm going to hate this. So I've been delaying it, but people have been messaging me, hey, can you please compare derbies? I don't know which one to get, etc. This one is obviously very expensive, but this one is like even more expensive. We're talking about ridiculously expensive. So I guess I will take one for the team and maybe start hating my full bottle and being envious of the older batch. We'll see. Let's put some derby on. This bottle is fantastic, by the way. This wooden frame's very sturdy. It has these kind of screws to hold the thing together. Usually there's a sticker at the bottom. I don't know what happened to my sticker. Didn't come with it when I bought it. But anywho, let's spray some derby on, shall we? I love these atomizers as well. There's something like old school about them. So we will have the left arm today being the modern derby. Nice 2 sprays there. Oh, it's fantastic. It's mossy, leathery. But it's that soapy leather with that bright citrus in the opening. Fantastic stuff. And we'll do right arm because vintage is always right. Vintage derby. I'll put a fair bit on here just to match the oil mark. Oh wow, okay. Remarkable difference. Oh my goodness, that is thick moss. This one is toned down. There's a mossy undertone, an oak moss suggestion of oak moss. This one, it's an oak moss, just someone took a big bush of it and just shoved it all over your face. Like, here's some oak moss, you know? It's most definitely the same perfume. Just the textural experience of the vintage with all that thick oak moss is so different. There is something minty fresh about this. Like you took some mint and you're just chewing the mint leaf right off the bush. This one is more of a sweeter kind of concoction. It's almost like, this is like Wrigley's Extra Green Spearmint. This is like fresh mint leaf. Oh, for goodness sakes, why does he keep doing this? He can't keep getting away with it. He can't keep doing this. He's sending me these samples and ruining my life. There's a link in the description. Only subscribe if you also want to have your life ruined. Wow, there's this thick oak moss on top of this French leather. It's like one of those soapy leathers. And then there is this mint leaf with citruses lighting up. Something a bit spicy in there. The spice is not really coming out yet. It's so sharp that it almost stings your nostril in a good way. Wow, this smells like the best masculine ever. Something a bit sweeter about this modern one. I don't know what it is. It's a bit more fickle. It's like a rendition of a scent profile in a sweet form. Like, let's say you have a boiled sweet, you know, one of those hard candies, and it smells of mint. This is it. But but then this is like what is mimicking. This is still very good. I give this Derby, like if I was rating them, and just as a comparison from a number standpoint, like this is a strong 9 out of 10 perfume. This one takes it to that next level. This is like a 12 out of 10, you know? About 3 notches higher than the Reform version. So that's them in the opening. I'm going to be spending time at home, relaxing, doing some, you know, cleaning and stuff like that, looking after my daughter, make sure she's well fed, etc. So I will have plenty of time to go back and forth, A to B. But at the moment, I feel like a bit cheated. I mean, this is great and like a huge perfume, fantastic perfume, but I'm like, come on, man, where's the moss? Where's the mint? Yeah, there's something sharp about this, like sweet, you know, like it's has added sugar. Less natural about this one. But yeah, let me wear this all day, compare them A to B every hour. I'll compare them, jot down some notes, catch up tomorrow, where I'll be back at work tomorrow. So that's exciting. I have been to work, but not in my usual department 9 to 5 in a while. Must be like 2 weeks now, because I was off sick and then had that week off and then I was on night duty. So that's cool. That's my actually last few days in my current job before I changed departments. So that's exciting. It's like a new day at work. That's going to be next week. It's the same workplace, but a different department, which basically you might as well be starting a new job. You are starting a new job. It's just in the same location, if you know what I mean, with a completely different team. So it's like first day of school all over again. So that's interesting. So tomorrow is one of my last few days at my current job. So that's going to be emotional. It's been a great 4 months there, but I'll catch up tomorrow. I'll let you know how Derby did. I might just say my opinions here. I probably won't do a video specifically on Derby unless people really want to know. But I will definitely bring you guys a review sometime about this Guerlain masterpiece. Catch up tomorrow. So yesterday's day with Derby, well, it was disappointing to say the least, to the point where I'm heavily considering just selling my bottle, full stop. I'm not even seeking an older one, to be honest. This is the danger of smelling an older version. It might make you hate the version you have. And this is one of those where I was already quite indifferent about the version that I had, the 2012, but even the vintage one didn't really win me over, to be honest with you. So here's what happened. So obviously it's a French leather with some oak moss. It's quite a soapy French leather, bit of spices, bit of citrus boost. There's a bit of mint. Okay, so the 2012 had this weird, sweeter undertone, which I just wasn't a fan of. And then the other one was really an oak moss heavy kind of leather. Like the leather was there, but it was washed over by this mossy feel. And to be honest with you, after the first few hours, I totally forgot that I even had it on. And I was meant to be comparing them A to B throughout their many phases, but basically the wear experience ended after about 5 hours for me. I was already into the dry down. Typical French perfumery, but it was a fireworks show that kind of ended very quickly. When it comes to French leathers, I think I prefer Bellamy. I think I even prefer Equipage Geranium. Maybe Equipage Geranium is not as good as Derby, but like in terms of cost, return on investment, I have to give it to the Hermes. Both of them in this instance, they're just better. Even the Parfum d'Empierre, I think, would do a better job for me personally. What's it called? Eau de Gloire. But yeah, when it comes to the vintage, it had the most amazing mint moss combo. And that was kind of missing in the newer one. And there was that weird sweetness that I just wasn't really down with. I don't know what it is. It has woody notes. Or is it something like exotic woods? Some bullshit, right? That is going to be for sure some kind of amber woods. It doesn't smell like amber woods, but I mean, you can't just put exotic woods. Like, you're being weird about it. Well, not a fan of those. Anyway, so my vintage Derby well, it's not really vintage, is it? My bottle is like the latest Derby ever made. Might be getting rid of that one. Today is Friday morning, guys. Good morning. I'm sick, if you can't tell by my voice. I've had an awful night. My daughter kind of goes to nursery and catches all the kinds of weird and wonderful super flus and weird stuff. She was off sick all week. And then now I've got that thing. But to be honest with you, I had a horrible day yesterday. Just tired, feverish. the whole shebang, coughing, sore throat, every single symptom you can think of is one of those ones. And really, ideally, realistically, I'm barely fit for work, but I've got to grind it out because firstly, it's Friday. It's the only day of the week that I couldn't book off, and it was because we're at minimum staffing. So I know that otherwise I would have booked this day off anyway to complete the full week off. That's why I have this random work day. It doesn't make sense to just go to work on a Friday and then it's the weekend, right? So the team is reliant on me today, so I gotta just turn up. I'll wear a mask to avoid spreading the love and continue with good hand hygiene, but otherwise we're going to be absolutely cooked. That's the only reason I couldn't be off today for annual leave purposes. I can't lie, when I'm feeling sick, I'm really super not in the mood for perfume. I don't even know how good my sense of smell is. One nostril is blocked already. See how that goes. So I might not even be able to smell my own scent of the day. But in the happy situation where I can smell my scent of the day and my sense of smell is not affected, I've decided to go for, it sounds like a waste, right? But I'm pretty sure I can still smell. I'm going to go for my vintage Egoist, guys. This is one of my mini vintage bottles. This is a first formula. The EDT is above the Chanel. You know, that's just how I want to be remembered. Realistically, this is like my ideal signature scent. So I'm going to use it to leave that lasting memory, maybe, on my colleagues before I leave them. And also, if I am able to smell it, I will, but varying levels, right? The times that I do smell it, I will be very, comforted and happy. So, Egoist for me today. Another reason why I don't go for anything too loud is that, like, when you're sick, you just want to mind your own business. You don't want to be bringing in more work or attention, because with attention comes work. If you are very loud, generally in your demeanor, in your mood, in your perfume, in your whatever, and very confident, it's just going to bring you more stuff on your plate. Today, I just want to be low-key as hell, to be honest. So, Egoist should do the trick. I was always going to go for something like not too crazy. I actually really wanted to wear Mon Tues by Rogue, which is basically a niche version of Dracar Noir, but that is a bomb. Like, that is so loud, so dominating, so macho, that, like, if I'm to wear Mon Tues, I have to back it up. Can't be out here like showing off and then being like tired at work and like not able to do everything. If you're wearing Mon Tues, you have to go in there and say like, whatever it is gonna get done. You're showing off at this point. And that's Antaeus is the same. I can't wear Antaeus today when I'm feeling like not Antaeus. I'm feeling like not Antaeus at all. I'm feeling like one of those fat Roman statues, not Antaeus. Egoist is pretty confident, but it's not showing off. It's not flashy. It's not going to aggressively shove its face into everyone's nostril and say, hey, I'm here. That would be totally the wrong move. Just want to mind my own business, do the ward round, sit in the office, have a coffee, get all the jobs done, go home, get in bed. That's the game plan. Forgot my ID badge, forgot my pens. At least I found a pen in the car. I don't know if it even works. It looks ancient, kind of broken, but it is what it is. Let's just spray some Egoist on. Get on with it. Vintage Egoist, nice yellow juice. I CVA to decant my splash bottle. So I had to whip this one out of storage. Well, I say storage, it was just right there. Let's take this off so that it doesn't keep smell quite well, actually. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's fucking sensational, big dog. This sprays a lot. 4, 5. Did I miss that? I don't even know anymore. Can't feel. Let's do an arm spray. Let me take this crap off. Okay, let's do an arm spray, selfie spray. There we go. I don't know what happened there. My finger got jammed. Don't ask. I don't know. Listen, it's gonna be a long day. See you guys tomorrow. So, how did Egoist go yesterday? Well, as you can tell, I am officially sick. It is what it is. I definitely have the man flu. If you understand and have gone through the masculine struggle of the man flu, drop a like and a comment. So, Egoist was fantastic. Yesterday was a weird day. This was a weird week. I only had one day of work, and that was yesterday, Friday. It kind of had like a Monday feeling of chaos, because I don't know any of the patients. But the Friday feeling of, thank God it's almost over. Or rather, it is over. Now, you might be concerned, what the hell were you doing in hospital being sick? 2 explanations, and then we can move on, because I know everyone will be asking in the comments. 1, the team is at minimum staffing, so if I leave, there's no one. Literally no one. One other person. Patients would be cooked. Second reason is that I did not actually go and examine or get anywhere near any patients yesterday. I supported the team in another capacity, from the office, doing things, prescribing, discharge letters, scans, reviews, not physical work in that sense. So there you are. So Egoist was perfect. Obviously that was a vintage 90s batch. Sprayed a fair bit on. It was so sweet, tender, elegant, with some kind of vintagey masculine touches, like that rose geranium thing with a bit of clove, carnation, definite carnation in there, and this lovely, real, smooth sandalwood. And you know how, firstly, 2 highlights of yesterday's wear with Egoist for me were, firstly, luckily I could smell it. My nose is not too bad yet, just a bit blocked. The highlights were, I was still catching whiffs around 4:30 before my shift finished, and I was like, wow, when I'd move, it's like, whoa, this smells epic. And then late at night when I was showering at like 10 p.m. or something, you know, when that hot water touches your perfumed skin, it was like I just sprayed the shower with Egoist. It just came alive, and I was like, whoa, it smells like sandalwood. And it's epic. I love it. Every time I wear it, I just have to fight the urge to go buy another vintage bottle. It's a problem. But I did not buy a vintage bottle. I have enough. So that was Egoist. I don't know if you guys experience this with like real sandalwood, but over time, as you kind of work and get a little bit maybe sweaty, does it become a little bit dirty? You know, this has a bit of funk to it. Do you get any funk or animalicness from sandalwood? Only legit sandalwood. Like, you're not going to get that with the Gaultieri sandalwoods, like in Bergamask or something. Do you get that? Let me know. So, morning. It's Saturday. It's the weekend. What a weird week. I'm sick. As you can tell, the masculine struggle is here. At least I'm at home this weekend, taking it easy. Everyone in my family is now sick. My daughter's getting better, which is not ideal, because now she has energy in a way like destroyed. But we'll get through. Taking it easy today. It's dark. It's gloomy. And I'm in the mood for some incense. But I'm in the mood for some Western incense. And I've got Vert de Encens by Tom Ford. This is a tester that I picked up earlier this year. It's very much an amouage in a Tom Ford presentation, using Tom Ford materials and textures, so it's still super mass appealing. And to make things interesting, I've got a sample of Louis Vuitton Nuit de Feu. This was given me by my friend Rashad Mitch. He sent me a huge parcel, unboxing video coming soon, and some first impressions, and shouts out to him. I thought, let me test this. I've never sprayed this or smelled this. I don't recall anyway, smelling it in the shop. If I have, it was so not memorable, and I want to put it up against one of the best Western incense perfumes, which is Vert de Encens. I believe this is an incense kind of Louis Vuitton perfume. So let's spray some Vert de Encens. The opening with this one is not my favorite. I much prefer it after it calms down a bit, because it is a bit green and a bit sweet, and it kind of can be a little bit unexpected. Anyway, let's put a few sprays of this bad boy on. I'm gonna go for some chest first. Nice. 2, 3, and we'll go for the 4th selfish one. So on the right, we'll go with Nuit de Feu, Vert d'Encens. This was a pretty good spray. What the hell? These usually spray worse than that. Anyway, maybe it's my mind playing tricks on me. Let's go for Nuit de Feu. Yep, this is black, so you can't really see the level, which is weird, but let's spray it here. Nice and clean. 2 sprays to mimic the amount, and let's see how we get on. Bad weather, days like this, I want an incense. You know, guys, you know I can't whip out the Overture Man, otherwise I'll be sleeping on the sofa. So I'm going to go for a Western incense today. Does it have a role to play? Or do I just stop, get Overture, get Interlude, Black Iris out or whatever, and just have the real thing? Or do these kind of perfumes have a role to play? Let's give it a go. Vert d'Encens is so citric and green all about. This smells like how people describe that Luban Achter stuff to me, but it has sweetness to it. Yeah, it's epic. Now, Nuit de Feu. Okay, Nuit de Feu is much more Eastern. Let's just put it that way. This is very Western. This is dirtier, more animalic. There's oud in there. There's incense. It's like you're burning oud and incense together. The opening on Nuit de Feu is very exciting. It feels like Vert d'Encens is a bit heavier, denser. It's kind of going to take a little while to show its face. I do really enjoy Vert d'Encens. It's like you took the olibanum, the green-yellow resin, and you dipped it in honey. And I know it sounds like Royal Incense by Oman Luxury, but no offense, this absolutely destroys that one. Dunks on it. LeBrons it. Yeah, this is so good. Wow. Nuit de Feu has that leathery oud thing, you know? Very different. Let's see how they do today. Hopefully I'm feeling better tomorrow. Hopefully I don't lose my sense of smell. Otherwise this would be a waste of an experiment and a trial, but let's carry on. Hopefully see you guys tomorrow. Things are a little bit better. Right. I'm back. It's, what the hell did I wear yesterday? Man, I could have smelled nothing, to be honest. What did I wear? Oh my goodness. What the hell did I wear? Oh yeah, that incense stuff. Bloody hell. How could I forget? Vert d'Encens was epic. It was fantastic. The start, the opening is quite bracing. Sorry for the noise, my car is defrosting a little bit before I set off to buy some tissues. Needed, running out. It had that citric resinous, dusty resinousness, a bit of greenness, and not too much woodiness to me. It basically smelled like Arso by Perfume Roma, but in a perfumey style with a touch of olibanum. It's from Olibanum by Perfume Roma. It's basically that. It is super wearable, which is really, really cool. I think my friend Daniel would love this one. He can have it if he loves it. I'll bring it to him and let him test it out. Nuit de Feu was more my style of, it's more Eastern than Western, but it died like straight away, guys. So disappointing. I mean, for the price you pay, the performance. But I did find it less sweet than Vert d'Encens. I get a ton of sweetness from that. So yeah, anyway, that was yesterday. Now, what day is it today? Sunday. Yes, Sunday, of course, morning. Sunday, well, I'm absolutely destroyed. Not a good place to be, but we will get through this. The masculine struggle continues of the man flu. I can still smell, but I have no desire for anything except to get better. Filming podcasts today, not ideal when you can't really smell very well, but it is what it is. We're filming a very special episode of the Frag Talk podcast today. And ideally, there's a few things I really wanted to test, wanted to film today. There's a few exciting things. My friend often, shout out to him, sent me some samples all the way from Germany, including the new Les Innombrables Cru des Abysses. I've got that vanilla thing, you know, what's it called? The Parfum d'Empire Vanilla Le Bon. Viennese, some French stuff. Really want to test those out, but it's tough. I don't want to ruin my first wear experience, my first impressions by being unwell and having a sense of smell and a brain that's not at full capacity. So I want something like today. Cartier Declaration Parfum. I picked up this tester bottle. It's kind of broken. Don't know if you can see. It usually has a little thing stopping it. And it's a tester. It's got all the jazz on there. That's interesting, actually. Dare to declare with a balmy, woody intensity. The warmth of oriental notes. The strength of cedar. Okay. Thanks. I mean, I'm obviously sold. I have it, but this is just a really light scent. I'm going to keep my arms unoccupied because I do want to test a few things out, especially for our podcast, because I'm taking my selections very seriously for that this time. I mean, I always do, but this one in particular, this one just around the neck and on the chest. Nice, light mandarin with a little bit of spice. This one, the Perfume, stays for some time. So, hold on. Look at this bit out. Woo! Right. This one, the Perfume, stays for quite some time. It's ideal for today, so I can just catch the odd whiff here and there. But anyway, let's spray this thing on. Let's go for 3 here, a couple here. Why not, man? Fuck it. Let's do a back spray, commit to the cumin. This is quite cuminy. Can be a little bit sweaty if you're not, inclined in the world of cumin, but I'm getting there. I have quite a lot of cumins in my collection. I can kind of smell something, and not really Declaration Parfum, but anyway, hopefully my nose will clear. Maybe a quick walk outside will help clear things up and let you know how that went. And back on Monday, hopefully recovered, doing better, because I've got work tomorrow, so I need a quick recovery, quick turnaround. Thank you for joining me again for another episode of my week in perfumes. And next week will be exciting. I'm starting a new job midweek, back at work, doing what I do best, syncing up the place. Catch up next time. Thank you very much for watching.